Hey, Sam Phillips, 21D.
Oh, I remember. How are you?
I'm bringing my back's acting up a little. I got this kind of ear thing, but,
I'm sorry. You want an aspirin?
No, you know what I want to do? I want to check your cable because my TV's on the blink and I'm missing all my soaps.
Oh, looks like the cable, all right.
Oh, darn. Now I got to go all the way out to my cousin's house in Jersey to find out if Craig told Amanda she's the baby's real mother.
Allie, did you hear what they're doing?
What, who's doing?
New York City. Hi, Sam. They are going to sell the park to a developer.
Well, how can that be? Who can afford it? Oh, my God. Donald Trump owns Central Park?
Not Central Park, the Bella Abzug Arboretum. It's a little park at the end of our street.
I didn't even know it had a name.
Well, the plaque is covered by graffiti.
Well, thanks for checking the TV. I got to go to Jersey.
Wait, Sam. I think everybody in the neighborhood should get together and do something about this.
Sorry. I'd like to help, but I'm no good with real people's problems. I'll see you.
So, tell me about the park.
They're going to tear it down and put up a parking garage as if New York City doesn't have enough traffic.
As if we don't have enough traffic in this apartment.
Bad news, the cable's out. Don't worry about it. They're gonna send somebody around in about an hour.
Thanks for the bulletin.
Lou, did you hear what they're doing to the little park at the end of our corner?
You bet. I can't wait to see that park go. The place is a pit stop for every mutt in the city. Even the winos can't get any sleep from those pernicious little kids always causing a racket.
Pernicious?
It's a word.
You're wrong, Lou. That park is a place where dogs go to frolic, where the homeless huddle together for warmth and reassurance, where children make friendships that last a lifetime.
Well, wait a minute. Are there two parks on this street?
We're talking about the same park, Lou. A park that adds charm and beauty to our neighborhood. A park that I'm gonna go down to City Hall and fight for.
Oh, come on, Legs. You can't fight City Hall, even with that face.
Just watch us!
Us?
Yeah, us, you and me, Al.
Kate, if your face can't fight them, then it's over.
My face can't go down there alone.
Well, take your legs. That always works. 40, 50. That's it.
Mom, I need $40 for books. That only leaves me $10 for fun.
I was worried about you. You've been gone so long, I thought you staged a sit-in.
Where you been?
City Councilman's office.
About what?
The Bella Abzug Arboretum.
Oh, great idea. They gonna build one?
It's built.
Wow, you're great. Did you ask for anything else?
Jenny, the Bella Abzug Arboretum is the little park on the corner. Kate went there to protest it being torn down.
Oh. So what'd you say?
Nothing.
It doesn't sound like you.
The city councilman's secretary told me that he would see me right away if I represented an association. If not, I could sit there and rot.
Oh, Kate, I'm sorry. I guess Lou was right. You can't fight City Hall.
Allie, I think we could do it.
You know, it's not that I don't love that little park.
Yeah, it's just that you don't want to have to do very much to help save it.
Well, Kate, I'm not you. I wish I were.
Jenny.
Sorry, Kate. You know, I've got so much homework. Hey, but if you ever need any money for it, just ask my mom and I'll owe it to her. Bye. Hey, hi, Lou.
Hey, hello, Angel. Hey, cable's okay? You want to try it?
Lou, just the man I want to see.
Ooh, how long dare you say those words?
Who's the president of our block association?
What block association?
Our block association.
No such thing. I mean, a couple of guys from the building go bowling Wednesday nights, but that's about it.
No. We need a group of organized citizens who are concerned. People who have passion. We gotta fight this thing and win it, Allie. We can win it.
Wow. You sound like Dukakis.
He lost.
You got it. Let me know what happens.
These are great. Thank you so much for volunteering. I appreciate it. Allie, look at all these people. Look at everyone.
I know, I didn't make enough dip.
These people are here because they care about the neighborhood. They do not care about food.
You're out of dip?
Don't count me.
Hi again.
Hi, gee, I thought you weren't interested in real people's problems.
It's been a slow week on the soaps. Freddie.
Gentle kind of giant, isn't he?
Yeah, what exactly does he do? Do you think he works?
I have no idea.
Well, maybe we should get the meeting started. Yeah. Everybody, if you would take your seats now, we'll get started. First of all, welcome and thank you very much. and welcome to the first West Side Block Association meeting.
We're out of dip.
I told you.
I'll make some more in a minute.
Oh, it's very good.
Oh, thank you.
As I'm sure you all know, the city has plans to sell the little park on West 55th Street that has been here for over 75 years. In its place, they want to put up a parking structure.
These cheese puffs are very good, too.
Thank you.
Now, I am sure that if a couple of us wrote letters, that we would probably get nowhere. But if we work as a group, we can be heard.
So can we do something about the garbage pickup on this block?
Yeah, that's
Little girl?
Yes. Here. She looks like her mother.
Guys, I'm sure that we can do something about the garbage pickup eventually, but right now the park is really more urgent. They're planning to tear it down within 10 days. We've got to let the city know that we're just not going to stand for it.
Yeah, but we also tell them that we need brighter streetlights.
Oh, I'm all for that. Late at night, you feel so vulnerable.
Can we stick to one issue at a time, please? Now, here is a list of the names that you're going to be getting.
What's her name?
Catherine.
My grandmother's name was Catherine, I swear.
Could we have just one meeting here, please? Okay, thanks. All right. Okay, now you'll find the mayor's address and also our councilman's address is on this paper.
Can we get a neighborhood recreation center?
Oh, great idea. A couple card tables, maybe pool table.
Right.
I love ping pong.
Ping pong.
People, can we stick to the park, please? That is our #1 priority.
Hold on a minute. Shouldn't we elect a president?
Oh, I don't know. I'd never thought about it.
Well, I'm a lawyer, and I believe that to qualify as a recognized association, we need a president.
Sure, okay, let's do it then.
I nominate ALLIE.
I second the nomination.
All in favor?
No, why? Hi, you hold it. It's not that I, don't want Allie to be president, but don't you think that we should have more than one candidate to vote on?
Absolutely. No, Kate's right. And since she's the reason we're all here, I nominate Kate.
No, that isn't necessary.
Who'll second the nomination?
Lou.
Who, me? I do. I will. I second. Over here, I'm seconding that.
Thank you.
We only need 2 candidates. All in favor of Kate? All in favor of Allie?
What are you doing?
Making a sandwich.
Luncheon meats aren't supposed to make noise.
I can't help it. This is hard salami.
I didn't want to be president,
I'm not upset with you. I'm upset because they don't like me.
Oh, of course they do.
Then how come everyone voted for you?
Well, it was one of those inexplicable emotional moments, like when Sonny Bono got elected mayor. It happens.
Allie, I did all the work to get our association started. All you did was make a dip.
Give them what they want.
Tell them what they want to hear. Oh, what a good idea. What an adorable baby. I'm surprised you didn't kiss it.
I'm a friendly person. What can I say?
I know. I'm just upset because what happened here is exactly what's happening on a national level. People lose sight of the issues and they've turned the electoral process into a...
Popularity contest.
It's so unfair. You ran a smear campaign.
Me?
Yeah, you gave them dip and they smeared it all over their crackers.
I should just resign and make you president.
No.
Then will you help me draft this petition to Councilman Sloan?
Sure. And I'll help you make all the copies as well.
We need copies?
Yeah, for your petition committees.
We need a petition committee?
Well, yeah, if you draft the petition, you have to organize committees to take it door to door, stand on street corners, go into supermarkets, all that stuff.
Just going to delegate all this stuff to you.
Really? What are you going to be doing, Madam President?
Well, I'm going to consult the kitchen cabinet and make lunch.
Yes, Maureen?
Your 11:30 is here, Councilman. Mrs. Bobbsey.
Barsky. Barsky.
Fine. Ask her to come in, will you? Hello, Mrs. Barsky. Sorry about the name mix-up.
Oh, that's all right.
Marina's screening people all day long, so it's easy to get confused. Why don't you sit down, Mrs. Barsky?
Thank you. I'm Allie Barsky, president of the West Side Block Association on 55th Street.
Please, don't be nervous, Allie. I know it's hard to come into a councilman's office, but honestly, I'm here to help.
That's nice. May I have a glass of water?
Of course. Relax. Take your time.
You see, we have this little park on 55th Street.
Fantastic. Parks are great, aren't they? My dad used to play ball with me in a park.
Oh, that's nice.
He's dead now.
I'm sorry.
I haven't played much ball since. Maybe I'll bring my son Tommy over to your park. I love 55th Street.
I'm glad you're so fond of parks, because that's why I'm here. The city is planning on selling our little park to a developer who wants to put up a parking garage.
Oh, yes, now I remember. We voted on that last month.
You voted against our little park?
I'm afraid so, Allie.
But why?
Because the good of the city has to come before the good of one street or one neighborhood. Do you have a family?
Well, yes, I do.
Then you know what I mean. Let's say you're planning a vacation to the Grand Canyon. Only little Tommy,
Chip.
little Chip, would rather go fishing in Maine. What do you do?
Well, we do what the majority wants.
Exactly. I knew you'd understand. It's all part of the big picture.
May I ask you a question?
Of course. Feel free to ask anything you like.
Thank you. How is selling our little park good for the big picture?
Let me answer that by asking you a question. You wouldn't like to see this city with fewer policemen, now would you?
No.
Of course not, and you wouldn't want to cut down the number of ambulances or increase the cost of mass transportation either, am I right?
Right.
You see my dilemma. I'd love to save your park, but my hands are tied. Sometimes it's making me so darn mad, I just want to quit politics. And then someone like you walks into my office. And I remember why I took this job. To help people. Thank you, Allie. Thank you for coming in here today.
You're welcome.
With concerned constituents like you and the people on your block, I just know we can make real progress. May I count on your support in the future?
You bet. Oh, wait. Do you want to keep these petitions?
That won't be necessary. Goodbye, Allie.
Goodbye.
Oh, one more thing.
Huh.
Say hello to Chip for me, okay?
I will. You say hi to little Tommy. Bye. You see, it's all part of the big picture.
You really liked him, huh?
Yeah, I did. He was very personable. We talked about kids and vacations. You know, he used to play in the park with his dad.
Really? I bet he smiled a lot too, huh?
Oh, yeah, he has great teeth.
Teeth? I'm surprised. Most snakes have fangs.
What do you mean, snakes?
You remember the serpent who conned Eve into going off her diet? That's what I mean by snakes.
Are you saying he tricked me?
Of course he tricked you, Allie. He showed you his teeth, he talked about your kids, and he never answered your question about the park.
Oh, sure he did.
No, he didn't. He asked you a question. He asked you if you wanted to see the police force cut down, which he knew you'd answer no.
I could have answered yes.
Right. He manipulated you.
No, I think you're being unfair. You can't please all of the people all of the time.
Oh, yes, you can. Just never talk about the issues and tell them what they want to hear.
He didn't tell me what I wanted to hear.
Yes, he did. And then he patted you on the head and sent you on your way like a good little constituent.
Didn't pat me anywhere.
Oh, he patted you all right. You just didn't feel it because the guy's a pro. He did everything but serve you a dip.
Aha! That's what this is all about. You're upset because I was elected president and now you want to make me look like a fool.
I'm not upset because you're president. I'm upset because you were patronized.
I wasn't patronized.
Oh, really? Then why do you still have this petition, which you specifically went down there to file?
Okay. You want me to bring the petition back? I'll bring the petition back.
I'll go with you.
Fine. Sure you don't want to bring a basket and a flute?
Oh, no. There's more than one way to charm a snake.
Yes, Maureen?
Councilman Sloan, Mrs. Barsky is here to see you again.
So soon? Look, tell her I'm in conference. But my door is always open to Allie.
Councilman Sloan, I'm sorry to bother you again so soon. This is my friend Kate McCardle.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. McCardle. And what can I do for you?
Well, we'd just like you to take a look at our petition to save the park and then file it with the city clerk's office.
I'm afraid I'm a little confused. Allie and I went over my position in great detail this afternoon, and I must say, I was quite impressed with her political savvy.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Of course, if there is something you don't understand, I'd be happy to go over it with you again. It isn't always easy to grasp the big picture.
Oh, I think I get the big picture. We just want to know why you voted against our park.
Of course. But first, let me ask you a question. Suppose you were to dial 911 in an emergency, but nobody came to help little
Emma.
How would that make you feel?
Terrible. But first, let me ask you a question. If I were to take your putter and throw it through the window, how would that make you feel?
Kate.
I don't understand.
Well, that's just an irrelevant question like the one you just asked me. Now, could we get back to the park?
Mrs. McCardle, you strike me as a very intelligent woman, and I'm sure you're familiar with the words budget cuts.
I am. And as a very intelligent man, I'm sure you're familiar with the words payoff, as in illegal campaign contribution.
Mrs. McCardle.
You have been very evasive, Councilman. Just what are you trying to hide?
You trying to hide something?
No.
Oh.
But there's more to politics than what you two learned in civics class. There are ins and outs that, well, frankly, they're far too complicated for an ordinary housewife to comprehend.
Did he just call me a housewife?
Ordinary housewife.
I was patronized.
Yes.
Ow.
Councilman Sloan, sometimes ordinary housewives can get angry.
So angry.
Angry at politicians who obviously have forgotten that it was a lot of little ordinary housewives who put him in office in the first place and who can just as easily get him out.
You better listen to her. She and Geraldo, like that.
So, why don't you just put this on your tea and cut it?
Hi, Kate.
Oh, hi, Sam. Glad you could make it.
Oh, I can always make it.
I noticed that. What exactly is it that you do?
Nothing, really.
Nothing?
Well, I decided to become a bum after I won the lottery. It's great.
Did he say he won the lottery?
That's right.
I've never met anybody that won the lottery before.
Hey, Chip, what's going on? Where's the snacks here?
Mom didn't make any this time.
Politics is not about food.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Ah, Councilman Sloan, how nice of you to accept our little invitation.
Well, I look upon this as an opportunity
I
to meet
bet
with...
you do. Everybody, can I have your attention, please? Councilman Sloan is here to address our meeting. I hope you all give him your undivided attention. Councilman.
Thank you. I just have a few minutes. It's Wednesday, so I have to visit the needy. But I wanted you all to know that since Mrs. McCardle and Mrs. Barsky brought up this matter of the park to me, I have asked the council to reopen the debate, and I hope you'll all come down and support me when I vote no to putting commerce ahead of community. It's just like I told the mayor, Eddie, it's better to save a single squirrel than to park 1,000 jaguars.
Do you believe this guy?
Thank you. Thank you. I like to think, and I'd like you all to think, that I am here to help.
Oh, we do. In fact, we know that we can count on you to help us get brighter street lights.
Yes, and to organize trash collection.
Yeah. Right. And to start a senior citizen center.
I would love to stick around and help, but the needy need me. So, I've got to run. It's been great meeting all of you, and I hope I can count on your continued support.
Thank you, Councilman. Well, it looks like our organization is off to a terrific start. And I'd like to take this moment to thank the person who got it all together, the person who cared enough and who knew how to get it done, Kate McCardle.
Ready to go, lights?
I would also like to take this opportunity to announce to you that I'm going to step down as president.
Oh, no!
I have enjoyed my 2-week reign, but it's time for me to move on. So, who should we elect to take my place?
Well, I think there's only one.
No, please, Allie, I insist. You made this wonderful dinner. Now you just relax and let me clean up.
Won't hear it. Your company.
Oh, so I guess you're cleaning up tonight, huh, Bob?
Yeah. Well, I am now.
She got you.
Where's Kate?
I don't know. Tim, may I interest you in one of the world's greatest chocolate brownies?
You have got to be kidding me. I'm going to have to run 10 miles around the reservoir tomorrow just to work off the world's greatest lasagna.
Relax. I will share with you a secret known only to women.
Ooh, I'm willing to pay money for this kind of information.
Well, it's free because you and Bob are in the same business. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Any food you eat with your fingers has no calories.
Well, in that case, can I have a handful of lasagna and a few extra napkins for the road?
You're not going, Bob.
Oh, stick around for a couple more minutes.
I'd love to, but I have an early tennis game tomorrow morning.
Come on, have some coffee. I don't get to see you anymore.
Well, that's because you have a good reason to stay home.
I like him. He's invited back. Oh, Kate, where have you been?
Where have I been?
Yeah, I'd like to introduce you to Tim Mayer.
Hi, Tim. Where have I been? I've been standing in line to buy orchestra tickets for the Phantom of the Opera for a client tomorrow. Now I know why they call them Phantom tickets. There aren't any.
You struck out.
No, I sold out. There was a scalper in front of the theater. Don't ask me how much these two cost.
Is that legal?
Does it matter?
It might. Our client is Judge Franklin.
Well, I'll give him a great description of the scalper. Little guy with a mole on his nose laughing while he was counting my money.
You think he'll go for this?
Oh, he will. It's a great show.
Oh, good. Maybe the judge will tell me all about it since I'll never get to see it.
Well, now, Kate, let's not be cranky in front of our unmarried guest. I want Tim to have the illusion that we come from a nice, normal family.
I'm sorry if I sounded cranky, but how would you like to stand in line for 4 hours for a musical that you're never going to get a chance to see?
Oh, I don't think you're missing that much, really. It's just your typical love story about a singer who wants to sing better and a phantom who wears a mask over half his face who promises he can make her a better singer if she just comes to live in the sewer with him. So she does, he does, she rips the mask off him, he throws a chandelier at her, and he dies.
Well, thanks. You just saved me $50. The next time you guys want to fix me up, would you mind giving me a little warning?
We were afraid you'd say no.
You're right. That's why I'd like some warning.
Sorry we were sneaky, but you have to admit, he's perfect for you.
How would I know? I'd need a little more information.
Such as?
Well, clearly he likes women. I find that very attractive in a man. Why isn't he married?
Divorced.
I know the type. Just use him up, toss him out.
They grew apart. It was mutual.
Right, and now he is secretly waiting for a reconciliation.
Wrong. When she remarried, he went to the ceremony.
What does he do for a living?
Not too much.
Aha, you see, he's lazy.
No, he has a lot of people working for him. He owns 3 television stations. I'm telling you, Kate, he's terrific.
Is he a good kisser?
The best.
Well, I still have one absolute criterion that I require in a man that Tim has failed.
Yeah? What?
He hasn't asked me out.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Chip. Chip, come here for a minute.
What's up?
Whoa, not that close. Why do you smell like the cosmetics department at Bloomingdale's?
I borrowed a little of Bob's cologne. Do you mind?
Not at all. Next time, don't use so much.
I have to. Finish your bottle.
Why the sudden interest in cologne?
Mom, there's this girl in the building, Hillary. She's beautiful.
Yeah, but dead in both nostrils.
Mom, have I ever told you how much I enjoy your little jokes? You're the best. I'm off to bed now to dream of Hillary.
Is there some medication we can give him?
Have you forgotten what it feels like to have your first adolescent crush?
Of course not. I'd just forgotten what it smelled like.
Hello. Tim. You didn't. Yeah, I think she's still up. Oh, Kate.
Hi, Tim. What's up? That's not possible. Tomorrow night, 8th row center? Well, it couldn't possibly be as good as the way you told it, but of course I'd love to go. See you then. Bye. The man has just passed all of my criteria.
The show got out 2 hours ago. Where could they be?
Vegas, I hope.
Won't it be great when they get married?
Mom, how do you know they're gonna get married? I mean, you just introduced them last night.
You just know these things.
Mom, I don't think you should get so wound up. I mean, let Kate run her own life.
She's right. Wouldn't it be great if they got an apartment right in this building?
Why do I try?
We could watch football games together on Sunday.
Oh, and on Saturday nights, we could double date at the movies. Oh, here, you just have to defrost this and then reheat it.
Okay, thanks. But, gosh, you know, I don't know how I'm gonna manage with all this stuff going through the subway turnstile.
Jenny. Take a cab.
Oh.
She's manipulating you, Bob.
I know, but I like to watch a real pro in action.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, ease up on Kate. She's almost a grown-up.
Good night, Jen. Jenny's right. We shouldn't push. From now on, it's up to Kate. She'll either thank us for introducing her to the most perfect man in the world, or she's stupid.
Well, since we've done about as much meddling as we can do for one day, I'm going to bed.
Aren't you going to stay up for the eyewitness account?
What for? If it's a disaster, we'll get blamed. And if they've fallen in love, they're probably doing right now what I'd like to be doing right now.
Save me a place. I'll be in a minute.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Well, I can see you're busy reading. I won't disturb you. I'm just gonna go to bed and see you in the morning.
You tell me every single detail of this date, starting with the first word out of his mouth, or you won't live till morning.
Oh, Allie, where should I start? Oh, I know. Okay, right after the theater, we went out for dessert. This gorgeous blonde walks into the room. Even I had to look at her. Tim never took his eyes off of me.
Marry him.
It was our first date.
It doesn't get more perfect than that.
Allie, he's not perfect.
What? What's not perfect about him?
Nothing. It just shows you how intimidated I am by how wonderful he is.
What is it?
Well, whenever he walks, he jiggles all the change in his pocket. It's a small thing, I know. I shouldn't even notice it.
Everybody has little annoying habits. You just grow to love them.
Really? Mm-hmm. What are mine?
None that I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh, good save. How about Bob?
Almost none.
Come on. What is it?
Well, it's his kisses. They're a little damp. He likes to place these big, wet ones.
You've grown to love this?
I consider Bob's kisses my personal car wash of love.
Tim is great. I'm really going to give this relationship a chance. Oh, Bob.
My best friend dating your best friend. Oh. Every summer we can rent a cottage on Cape Cod. Just the four of us. Won't that be wonderful?
Thought you didn't like the sun. Bad for your skin.
Bob, why are you being practical when I'm discussing romance? Kate says that Tim never looks at other women when he's with her.
I don't look at other women either.
Yeah, well, you work at not looking at other women, which, in my book, is maximum points. You call that a kiss?
The car wash of love is closed for the year. I understand the sprayers need adjusting.
You heard. Oh, Bob, sweetheart, I am sorry. I lied. I lied to help Kate deal with her anxieties. Your kisses are perfection. As a matter of fact, I don't think I can go to sleep unless I have one right now.
Wax? Right here.
I guess Allie went to bed. Would you like a glass of cognac?
Thanks. Have I ever told you how beautiful you are?
Every day for the last 2 weeks and twice on Sunday.
It's just that I have not been this high on a woman's...
Since you first saw Emma Peel in that black jumpsuit on The Avengers.
I told you that?
Yeah, I think it's sweet.
Oh, we've been going out for a few weeks and already I'm beginning to repeat myself? What haven't I told you?
I think you've told me everything.
Have I told you that I reserved a room for us at an inn up in Vermont this weekend?
What?
We can go hiking, skiing, horseback riding, or if you'd rather, we can just stay in.
It sounds lovely.
I take that as a yes?
Well, it sounds great. It's just that I don't know whether Allie and I have to work or not this weekend. May I call you tomorrow?
I'll wait by the phone.
Where did you come from?
Pennsylvania. Wow, all the hairs on my knuckles just curled.
I think it's the fumes from the cognac.
I think it's you, Kate.
Are you sure?
It must be. Why else would I feel like I'm falling in love with you?
You know, Mom, I was watching TV last night, and Hillary is absolutely right. I mean, it's so obvious, but I never even noticed before. Alan Thicke is America's greatest living actor.
Well, isn't that nice? Good morning. Growing roses in your bedroom?
Tim gave it to me last night.
He gave you a rose. Isn't that romantic?
Yeah. What was it that Dorothy Parker said? Why is it always a perfect rose and never a perfect limousine?
He'd give you one if you asked for it.
I know you're right. He did give me something else. An invitation.
Bribe me, I'll leave.
With what?
The rose.
Tell Hillary we said hi. Oh. He invited me to go with him to Vermont for the weekend to the coziest little bed and breakfast in the world.
Well, when do you leave?
Maybe I didn't put the emphasis on the right word, bed and breakfast. So, what do you think? Should I go?
Well, no one's ever accused me of being a libertine. However, you have been dating this guy a couple of weeks. Of course, you go.
Of course you're right. Of course I should go.
Whoa, wait a minute. What is this should? Don't you want to go?
I'd be crazy not to want to go.
Why are you asking me?
Because you're my friend. I want your advice.
If you wanted to go to Vermont with Tim, you wouldn't ask my advice. You don't want to go, do you?
Part of me wants to go.
Which part? The bed part or the breakfast part?
Allie, do you think that a woman should settle for a wonderful man who's crazy about her or hold out for a guy that makes her feel weak in the knees?
Tim doesn't make you feel weak in the knees.
No. And I don't know why. He's perfect.
Well, it's killing me to say this, but if the feeling isn't mutual, I don't think you should go.
How many men like Tim are there in the world? At this point in my life, if I pass him up, how many more chances am I going to get?
No one would like to see you and Tim together more than me. But you should be in love. You shouldn't settle for less.
Maybe I'll learn to love him.
Maybe.
But you don't think so?
I know you.
You know the old me. The new me is not going to make decisions based on a schoolgirl's crush. I loved Max that way, and it didn't work out. Tim's the kind of man that can go the distance. Hello, Tim Mayer, please. Hi, Tim. Yeah, Kate. Pack the car. Vermont, here we come.
You know what, Mom?
What?
Have I ever told you that you're just the best?
Yeah, and I believe you told Mr. Coffee Maker he was the best, too. What is it?
Oh, nothing.
Are you sure it doesn't have something to do with Hillary?
How'd you know?
It's in the air.
See, she has this notebook that she carries to school all the time, and she has these pictures of famous people glued all over the cover.
Such as?
There's a big one of Alan Thicke.
Well, that goes without saying. Who else?
Clint Eastwood and Lee Iacocca. Do you realize what this means?
That in order to impress this girl, you have to be a pistol-packing Canadian car salesman?
No, it means she likes all different kinds of guys.
So?
So I'm a different kind of guy. Isn't life wonderful?
It must be great being young.
It is.
Well, I'm all set.
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm just going out of town for the weekend.
You mean you decided to go to Vermont with that guy?
Yeah, I did.
You made the right decision, Kate. I mean, a guy should have the chance to prove himself on the battlefield of love.
Whatever happened to that sweet, young, innocent boy? Chip, I believe his name was.
You guys crack me up. Well, have a good weekend. Gotta get back to my sonnets.
Wait a minute, wait, what? You're reading sonnets?
No, I'm reciting them.
Young love, I'm so glad I'm middle-aged. Have you seen my pretty black and red scarf, Ellie? I couldn't find it in my bureau anywhere.
Left-hand side of the closet, underneath the collar of your green coat.
Here it is. You're right again.
It's not a big talent, but it's all mine.
Maybe I can pay you back. Didn't you say you were looking for that old slicker of yours?
I did. I thought we lost it in the move. It's there!
Ta-da! A little rumpled, but still ticking.
Aren't we all? Ah. Good as new.
Gotta fly, I'll be late for my meeting. You have a great time, Kate. Nice raincoat. You must have known I was coming to kiss you goodbye.
Bob, I said I was sorry.
Bye-bye, gorgeous.
Bye, honey. Have a safe trip. This closet is disgusting. There's too much stuff in here. Oh, aren't you going to need these?
Oh, my gosh. Do you remember when I bought these?
It was when you were first dating Max, wasn't it?
Ah, we had such a great time.
I remember that ski trip. You came back saying that every muscle in your body ached.
Yeah, and if we had gone skiing, it really would have been worse.
Tell me something. That same excitement you felt going away with Max, are you feeling with Tim?
Oh, come on, Ellie. You can't compare them. I was a kid then. I'm not a kid now.
Yeah, but isn't a thrill always a thrill? Doesn't a great kiss always make you feel weak in the knees?
Ellie, Tim is in love with me, and I am very fond of him. You should be very happy, especially since you put the two of us together.
I just don't want you to settle for like when you deserve someone to love.
Bye. I'm gone.
Hi, you look great. Say, see, you're all packed?
Yeah, all packed.
I don't think there's going to be enough snow for skiing.
Oh, no, of course you're right. Anyway, there's a time for skiing, and there's a time for just settling down in front of a nice, cozy fireplace. Tim, kiss me.
You got it. That hold you till Vermont?
That wouldn't get me to the Parkway. Kiss me again, but this time, give me everything you've got. Hit me with your best shot. Sometimes I really hate my knees.
What does that mean?
This is going to be very hard to explain.
Why do I get the feeling there's more to this than an old ski injury?
There is.
What is it? What's going on?
Tim, I want you to dump me.
Why?
Because you're a great guy. You are everything that any woman in her right mind would want. There's no way I could dump you.
Then don't.
I have to.
Why?
I'm not falling in love with you. I don't know why. It's driving me crazy. But if I just keep going out with you, that would be leading you on, and that would be worse than dumping you.
No, it wouldn't. Go ahead, lead me on.
Now, look, I'm sorry. Timing is so bad. It's just that I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't change my mind.
You're serious?
Yes, I am.
Did I do something wrong?
No, you did everything right. It's me.
You don't like my kisses?
No, your kisses are great. It's just... it's my knees. They just don't have the sense to fall in love with you. I'm sorry.
So am I. If your knees change their mind...
I'll call you.
Thank you.
Allie!
You rang.
You heard?
I heard.
I did the right thing, didn't I?
You know you did.
What if I never fall in love with another man again as long as I live?
Well, then you'll just become a dried-up old spinster who'll hate me until the day I die.
Why didn't I think of that? I feel so much better now.
Do you?
No, but I will eventually, I guess. Promise me one thing.
Sure.
If you ever meet another man that you think is perfect for me...
I'll mind my own business.
No. Introduce me. Then mind your own business.
Hillary just dumped me for a 9th grader who wears his hair in a ponytail. I'm just gonna say this once and then I'm never gonna say it again. Love sucks.
I'm sorry, Chip.
Chip, come over here. Join me in some chocolate ice cream.
I'm sure both of you. One package lasagna noodles, 6 cans tomato paste.
Okay, what about a vegetable?
She left that up to us. I thought zucchini.
Really?
What's wrong with zucchini?
Nothing. It's just that Dr. Brown is a psychiatrist, and you know how obsessed they are with sex.
You're kidding.
A lot can be read into a zucchini.
Maybe you and Dr. Brown should have a talk between courses.
Hurry up, Chip, or you'll be late for the bus.
How's our budding downhill racer?
Packing everything he owns. I told him for a weekend in the snow he does not need 2 Hawaiian shirts.
I'm ready.
Are you sure you have enough warm clothes?
Yes, Mom.
Jeans, sweaters, socks?
Yes, Mom.
Bob, will you make sure that the bus gets off okay?
Yes, Mom.
I wish I were going with you, kid.
You wish you were going on a 2-hour bus trip with 38th graders?
Yeah. You pass around food, sing songs, rap with the teachers.
Oh, which reminds me, you listen to Mr. Humphrey. What he says goes.
I will.
Oh, and don't let any of those daredevils make you go up too high. Stick to the bunny slope.
Oh, Mom.
Come on, Chip, let's go before she makes you promise to stay in the lodge all weekend.
Mom, I can take care of myself. I'm not a kid anymore.
I know. Call me when you get there.
Watch out for the abominable snowman.
Don't ski into any trees.
Oh, Mom.
Don't worry, Allie. He's going to be fine.
Oh, you're probably right. Mr. Humphrey will watch out for them.
Let's get back to the Browns' dinner party.
Are artichokes sexy?
Only to other artichokes.
Oh, I'm glad he straightened out.
Allie, I'm back.
I'm in Chip's room.
Oh, man, the market was so jammed. They were out of French bread. We'll have to stop at the bakery. Whoa, what hit this place?
Hurricane Chip. Oh, listen to this. Dear Chip, is this class boring or what? Right back. Linda.
Ooh. Who's Linda?
Girl who dots her I's with little hearts.
All girls in the 8th grade dot their I's with little hearts.
Wonder why he never mentioned her. You want some gum?
Sure. Probably because you're the mom and she's a girl?
Yeah, probably. They're so private at this age. If it wasn't for laundry, I wouldn't have a clue.
My mom did her best detective work that way.
Let's see. 1 crumpled test paper, B+.
Oh.
Yeah. 1 comb with fewer teeth than Leon Spinks. And 1... One condom.
You didn't like your meatloaf?
I'm too upset to eat.
Allie, probably not what you think it is.
I think it's a condom, Bob. What do you think it is?
I mean, he's probably just carrying it around to feel grown up.
Maybe. But where did he get it?
Oh, there's a million places he could have gotten it. From a friend, in a drugstore, a vending machine.
Vending machines? Whatever happened to bubble gum?
It doesn't work as well, Allie.
I think Kate's right about the best friend. You know, when I was 15, Doug Bergeson and I stole some from his older brother just because it was cool to carry him around in your wallet. I carried that thing around so long you'd see the imprint through the leather. I was some cute kid.
Real cute, just like a Norman Rockwell painting.
Well, no, my point is I never had a chance to use it. By the time opportunity knocked, I think I've made my point.
You know, I don't think it does any good to second guess him. The best thing to do is just ask him.
Right. Bob, we should go up to that ski lodge right now.
Allie, I don't want you to think that I'm taking this lightly, but embarrassing him in front of his friends and cutting short his weekend is not the best way to handle this, especially since we don't know the facts.
Bob's right. It could be very innocent.
You forget, I found it in the same pocket as the love note from Linda.
Love note? All she said was the class was boring.
Obviously, she's a thrill seeker. Oh, God, what if they're on the same trip?
We have nothing to worry about. The boys and girls are staying in separate sections of the lodge.
Besides, you yourself said that Mr. Humphrey was going to keep a close watch on them.
How do I know what Mr. Humphrey will do? I don't even know what I should do.
You should talk to Chip.
I know. But it was hard enough talking to Jenny about sex.
Allie, I told the weekend anchor I'd sub for him Sunday night. But if you want me to, I'll stay and talk to Chip. Unless you think his real father should talk to him.
Charles?
She's right. He should probably talk to somebody who's actually had sex.
Morning, Allie. Is the coffee ready?
Oh, I finished it. You'll have to make a fresh pot.
What's all this?
Hors d'oeuvres.
For which army?
For Dr. Brown's party.
It's a sit-down dinner for 6. You have finger food here for 50.
Well, what we don't feed them, we can freeze. I was up all night. I had to do something.
You were up all night. Did you eat breakfast?
No. I kept searching for an explanation. Where did it come from? Why is he carrying it around?
Allie, you've got to calm down. Because staying up all night on an empty stomach is not going to help the situation. You want me to scramble you some pancakes?
No. My stomach's in knots. My head is spinning. Chip is my little boy.
He's not such a little boy.
Well, he's not a man yet, either.
Aren't teenagers frustrating? You don't know whether to read him a story or loan him the car.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Kate.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, you must be having some party.
Catering one.
Ben and I left the tape over here the other day.
Yeah, the rental's gonna kill us.
Jenny? Has, Chip talked to you about any girls lately?
No, not that I can think of. Oh, wait, you know, he did mention that he thought Christy Brinkley was hot.
Christy Brinkley.
I doubt she's the one.
Why are you talking about this? I mean, what makes you think Chip's interested in a girl?
I found a condom in his pocket.
A what?
One of these. I found one of these in his pants pocket.
Way to go, Chip!
The reason I'm telling you is that if you know anything, I want you to tell me.
Chip's just a little kid. Why, just last week he was asking me if people's noses get mushed when they kiss.
See, Al?
See what? It sounds as though he's planning on kissing someone.
I don't know, Mrs. Barsky. When I was a kid, it was cool to steal one of those from your dad, just to carry it around.
Yeah, I've heard of kids who did that.
Why is everybody in such a hurry to grow up? It is not that much fun being an adult.
Mom, just don't worry. Try and relax.
Yeah, Chip's a good kid.
Jenny.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Brown. I'm Kate McCardle. This is Allie Barsky.
Come in, please. I see you dress alike.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, only when we work.
Of course. I can't tell you how glad I am you agreed to take this job on such short notice. We just had to celebrate when my husband won the award for sexual deviance.
You actually give an award for that?
My husband's a psychiatrist, too. He's a Freudian. I'm a Jungian. Our guests are mostly Gestalt. They should be arriving soon. I'd like to sit down to dinner at 8. Will that work out all right for you?
Allie? Huh? Dr. Brown would like to serve dinner at 8.
Oh, sure. I thought we would start out with oysters Rockefeller.
For no particular reason.
And then we'd go on to Caesar salad, lasagna, stuffed artichokes. Oh, do you want the condoms before or after dessert?
Excuse me?
Coffee. When do you want me to serve the coffee?
Well, after dessert will be fine, thank you. Oh, that'll be Dr. Goldstein. He's obsessively punctual. Now, if you need anything, you'll let me know.
Thanks, we're fine. Do you want to serve the condoms before dinner or after dessert?
It was on my mind. It just slipped out.
Well, thank God it was a Freudian slip and she's a Jungian analyst. Maybe she won't make too much out of it.
I don't know how I'm going to make it through this job.
Could you believe what her husband won the award for? I told you these psychiatrists are obsessed with sex.
Well, at the moment, so am I. My mind is racing with things to say to Chip. My heart's palpitating. I think I'm hyperventilating.
Allie, that's just too much coffee on an empty stomach and no sleep.
Are you sure I'm not having a heart attack?
It's just your body reacting to the caffeine.
I think it's overreacting. I'm feeling dizzy. What should I do?
Bend over.
What?
No, come here. This is an old actor's trick that Max taught me. You unlock your knees, you drop like this, you bend over, and you shake out all the tension.
If I bend over, I'll fall down.
No, you won't. You'll feel good. Trust me.
Tomorrow we're switching to decaf.
Okay, just shake. How do you feel?
Nauseous.
Just keep on shaking like this. We're going to add a little vocalization, okay? We're going to take a deep breath and let it out. Oh. Not oh. Ah. Oh. Allie? She told him I can tell. Every time I walk in there, the conversation stops and 12 trained eyes are trained on me.
Maybe it's because Charles and I got a divorce and he didn't have his father at a crucial time.
Allie, will you just put Chip on hold for a second? Those people think you're crazy. I mean, they're looking to see what we're going to do next.
We're going to serve the stupid salad.
All right, can we serve it calmly and professionally this time?
I'll try my best.
Pretty awful. Well, he's obviously repressed.
That would be my diagnosis.
It sounds like she's trying to force him to remain a child.
Precisely. She's just not allowing him to grow as an individual.
So you're fairly certain it's the mother.
Isn't it always the mother? Oh, sure, blame the mother. Boy, that really burns me up.
Allie, you cannot take the fact that you're upset about Chip out on the guests. They have a right to their own opinions.
They weren't voicing their opinions. They were mother bashing.
They were talking about one individual case.
Oh, you heard what she said.
Isn't it always the mother?
Face it, Kate, we're psychology's scapegoats.
Maybe we are, but tonight we're also psychology's caterers. And if you don't calm down, we're going to get thrown out of here.
Sorry, I'm upset.
All right. Will you do me a favor?
Don't ask me to bend over again.
I won't.
What are you doing?
I'm pouring a shot of brandy.
That's for the crepe Suzette.
Yeah, well, what's left in the bottle can be for the crepe Suzettes. What's in the glass is for you.
Me?
Sip.
No change.
Give it time. How's the lasagna doing?
Oh, bet you it's almost done.
Yeah. Great. Let's start arranging these plates.
Oh, first I have to refill the wine glass.
Allie, I'll refill the wine glasses. You stay here.
Kate, I am calm. The brandy is working.
That's good. Take the lasagna out to cool, and I'll be right back. They need more bread.
It's in the oven.
I'll get it. What was that?
I hiccuped.
Oh, are you all right?
I'm feeling much better now. How's everything out there?
Allie, they are crazy about your lasagna. Maybe that's the wrong choice of words, but still, I think we've redeemed ourselves.
Good.
Allie, where are you going?
I'm gonna serve her bread.
Allie! Al!
Sandra!
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm feeling a little dizzy. Is it getting warm in here or what?
Allie, where's the brandy glass I gave you?
It's over there. Do I need another sip?
No. As a matter of fact, it looks as though just a couple little sips was plenty on an empty stomach.
It's very hot in here. Don't you think maybe instead of the crepe Suzettes, we should just serve ice cream?
Don't worry about dessert. I'll take care of it. You just hang on, okay? I'll fix the crepes. Allie, we're out of brandy.
How can that be? I just had a couple of sips.
There was a half of a bottle of brandy here.
I'm sorry. I'll get some more.
It's hot in here. Al, I think I should make you... How about a cup of coffee?
Oh, no, nothing hot.
The meal is just marvelous.
That's just great. We're just making dessert.
Does this seem hot in here to you?
Not particularly.
Well, she's been working very close to the stove. Sit over here. It's very cool.
Is there more garlic bread?
I was just going to bring it out to you.
Well, I'll bring it out in a minute. We just have a small problem.
Yes, I'm beginning to sense that.
Well, it's just that we're planning to serve these beautiful crepe Suzettes, and we accidentally brought an empty bottle of brandy.
I see.
Is there a liquor store near here?
I keep a bottle in the library. Why don't you come with me?
Oh, that's great. That's perfect. Thanks.
You stay there and don't move.
Stay. Kate forgot the bread. Kate.
It wasn't. Yeah, right.
How long did it take you to actually complete the study?
Oh, 3 years more or less. I had to conduct over 100 interviews and...
Bread?
No, thank you.
Leave it here for later. Didn't you like your lasagna?
Oh, it was delicious, but I'm on a diet.
Not me. I'd like to have seconds.
So you're gonna eat?
Who wants to field this one?
Are you feeling all right?
Fine. No, actually, I'm depressed. No, concerned is a better word, but don't pay any attention to me. Just go ahead with your dinner.
Are you concerned about a drinking problem?
No. I'm not going to tell you what I'm concerned about because it involves my son, and you're just going to say it's because I'm the mother. But 8th grade is too young to be having sex. Oh, I know. You guys think it's okay, because Kate says all you guys think about is sex.
Allie?
Hi, Kate.
Feeling any better, Allie?
Oh. The headache's gone, but the humiliation is coming back. I'm beginning to remember everything I said.
It's nothing that they don't hear every day.
From crazy people.
From people with problems. Speaking of which...
You guys, I had the best time in my whole life. I went on all the lifts and all the trails. From now on, I live to ski.
Looks like we have an Olympic champ in '96.
Oh, man, it's such a rush. It's the most fun thing I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah. Are you okay, Mom?
Oh, yeah, I just had a little headache. I'm so glad you had a good time. Hey, why don't you go into your room and unpack your suitcase?
Okay. Do you think we can maybe go skiing next weekend?
Maybe. We'll talk.
All right.
So when are you going to have this little talk?
Now, I just needed a few moments to collect my thoughts.
It's not going to be that hard. Just remember what the doctors told you.
Seek professional help. May I come in?
Sure, Mom. So, did you think about us going to the mountains next weekend?
Not just yet. I have something else on my mind.
What's up?
Chip, do you remember when I took you to see Top Gun and Kelly McGillis asked Tom Cruise over for dinner and they had some wine and they were staring at each other for a long time and I sent you out for popcorn?
Yeah.
I sent you out for a reason. Do you know why?
You were hungry?
No. I didn't want you doing what Tom Cruise did.
You don't want me to be a fighter pilot?
This isn't working. Chip, I found a condom in your pocket.
Mom!
What were you doing with a condom in your pocket?
It wasn't mine.
You were just carrying it around for a friend?
Eddie gave it to me. He was passing them out to everybody.
Eddie was passing around condoms?
Mom, do you have to keep saying that word?
Well, Chip, if you're old enough to have one in your pocket, you're old enough to hear the word. Oh, and by the way, I don't think you're old enough to be carrying one around.
All the guys do it. It's no big deal.
So you weren't entertaining any thought of using one?
Oh, has anyone ever died from embarrassment?
It can't happen. I tried it last night. Chip, you shouldn't be embarrassed to talk about sex. It should be something that we can talk about together.
Thanks, Mom, but sex and mothers just don't go together.
Chip, mothers have sex.
Oh, man.
As a matter of fact, it's a prerequisite for the job, and it's something we ought to be able to talk about.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Well, I want to know how you feel about it, what you think about it.
Sounds pretty good.
As good as skiing?
Yeah.
Well, it is. But there's a big difference. Skiing is recreational. Sex is a part of an adult relationship that involves love and commitment.
I know.
I'm not talking about a teenage crush.
I think I'm too young, don't you?
Much too young.
How old do you have to be?
Well, there's no set age. But when you get there, you'll know it. And at that time, I hope you'll remember to use a...
Mom, please, don't keep saying it.
Chip, people don't die from embarrassment. But they can die from ignorance.
I know.
Do you also know that birth control is as much a man's responsibility as it is a woman's?
Yes. Are we almost done with this talk?
Yeah. But I'm glad we had this talk. Communication is very important. You know, Bob thought he was the one that should have the talk with you, but I'm glad it was me.
Bob knows?
Yeah.
Oh, man, does Kate know too?
Yes, but it's okay. We're adults. We understand. And now that we're comfortable enough to talk about sex, we can talk about it anytime, right?
Yeah, I guess. But not...
State? Just the front of it. Or the part that you have ever talked me into.
Allie, if you were catering a cocktail party for an Italian band...
I'd make Italian food because I know how to make Italian food. I do not know how to make sushi. Ah! Oh, damn!
Hi, what's to eat? I'm starving.
Oh, Chip, come try these.
What are you making?
Finger food.
What is it?
Try it, it's delicious.
You like it?
What's in it?
Cucumbers, rice, raw fish.
What does he know? He's not a gourmet.
Look, Mom, I'm really sorry I didn't make my bed this morning, but this is your idea of a fair punishment?
Chip, this is not a punishment. Why don't you go make your bed? I'll make you a tuna sandwich.
No more fish, Mom. Raw, cooked, or swimming. I'm going back to peanut butter. And Kate, you tried to kill me.
This was a mistake. I know it.
Allie, we are so lucky to have this job. The Japanese are big party givers. Buy a building, throw a party. Buy a company, throw a lunch. Buy and eat, that's all they do. If the word gets out that we cater for them, we're going to have more jobs than we can handle.
If you say so. I just want it to be good.
Of course it's good. If you like that kind of food.
You don't like it?
Well, you know me. I'm a nut for American food. Spaghetti, tacos, chow mein. Have you packed?
Yes. I feel terrible leaving you with all this stuff.
Come on, it's a piece of cake.
Oh, listen, don't forget to defrost the Swedish meatballs and the quiche Friday night for the Gormans on Saturday.
Allie, that wedding is not for a month.
Kate, I told you, the Gormans are coming over on Saturday morning with their daughter to taste test the hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
You're gonna forget. I'm coming back Friday night instead of Saturday.
Will you stop? I'm not gonna forget, and even if I do, you'll call me 10 times over the weekend to remind me. Now go. Get ready for your plane while you still have a finger left to hail a cab.
Oh, Hero will be here in time to help you finish up and load the car.
You already told me. Now go on. You can still make the 3 o'clock shuttle.
What is the fall line distance of Mount McKinley?
Is that going to help me get a job?
You do know what a fall line is, don't you?
Fall line is a German wife.
Oh.
No, that's it. Concussion. I need mouth to mouth.
Aw, man, come on. Not in front of the kid.
Did you do your homework?
Don't worry about me. I'm not the one who needs a babysitter. You two are.
Hi, guys. You remember Hero, right?
Hi, sure.
Hi.
Mom called. She wants you to call her and tell her how it went.
Oh, okay.
Did they eat the live fish?
First of all, Chip, they are not live fish. They are raw fish. And yes, they ate most of them, but I brought the rest of these back for you.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I love sushi. Want some, Ben?
Sure.
Oh, Kate, it's a little spicy.
Too much wasabi, Kate.
What's that? Allie made them. I don't even know what's in them.
Oh, wasabi is a spicy horseradish. We Japanese are more used to it than the Americans.
Hello? Oh, hi, Allie. I just walked in.
Whoa!
Oh, we were a big hit. Lots of arigatos. Hero says that means thank yous.
Whoa!
Oh, that's Hero. He just tasted your cassava.
Wasabi!
Wasabi. I guess you were a little free and easy with it in the sushi, but everybody ate it. So have a good time. You were a big hit with the Osaka set.
Whoa!
Here's your lunch. It's peanut butter and jelly.
Thanks.
That's Lou.
Good morning, Legs. You wanted all the papers?
Thanks, Lou. Here, Chip, will you go through that one?
What are you looking for?
Well, we catered a party at a bank yesterday, and I think there'll be a story about it in the paper. They had a $40 million Rembrandt on display.
Are you kidding? You never catch me laying out 40 mil for a Rembrandt.
Oh, really? What's your top?
Who's Darrell Everly?
Oh, he's the food critic for the New York Telegraph.
Did you see him last night?
I wouldn't know him if I fell over him.
He was there last night. Uh-oh.
What?
I think he says your food stinks.
Let me see this. The food was served by Kate and Allie caterers. Unfortunately, they served it in a bank instead of a fire station. The raw fish was so hot that it was well done by the time it reached my mouth. What these women know about cooking could fill an emergency room?
That's pretty funny.
It is not.
I made a mistake.
This could put us out of business. What am I gonna do?
Hold it. I got a great idea.
Really, Lou, what?
All right, it might sound a little crazy, okay? But my buddy's got a go-go bar in Jersey. I think you make a great dancer.
Will you get out of here?
Oh, Liz, we're coming back.
What's coming back?
I'll buy you the boots.
Your mom is gonna kill me. What am I gonna do?
Kate, why don't you just bring this food critic some of Mom's usual hors d'oeuvres?
That is such a great idea. Of course. I'll defrost some of the hors d'oeuvres that she put aside for the Gormans. That will really impress Mr. Everly.
Agnes!
Yes, sir. Here's a list of new restaurants that opened this month.
Oh, God. Why did I take this job?
Because you're too cheap to pay for your own meals.
I don't know why I didn't fire you years ago, Agnes.
Because you're too cheap to pay for a good secretary, too. By the way, that woman is still waiting.
How long has she been here?
At least an hour.
She's been sitting out there an hour?
Standing. You had me remove the chairs.
Oh, yes. Ah. Well, let's hear what she wants.
Miss McCardle!
Hello, Mr. Everly. I'm Kate McCardle. Kate and Allie caterers.
Ah! What is that?
This is our more typical fare. These are baked chicken wings and Swedish meatballs, and these are little quiches. Oh, try these, Mr. Everly.
You served the hors d'oeuvres last night, and I reviewed them. If they were not your best, you shouldn't have served them.
Mr. Everly, the comments in your paper this morning could ruin our business forever. Please try these before they get cold. These meatballs are my partner's secret recipe.
Miss McCardle, if you don't mind, in 1 hour, I'm going to a restaurant to have real food. So please, take your traveling kitchen out of here. Good day.
Where are you all? Kate, you should be home making a delicious, healthy home-cooked meal for my son. We're going out. I'll talk to you in the morning. Love you, Chip. Love you too, Kate.
Not for long.
Remember the Gormans.
Darrell Everly here. God only knows why I tasted one of those Swedish meatballs, but I must confess I was compelled to finish all of them, and the chicken wings as well. Read my column tomorrow. You should be quite pleased.
Hi, what's going on?
Lou's on his way up with the morning paper.
Oh, yeah, that guy told you to look in his column today. Do you think your name will be in it?
Oh, as long as he says something good about our company, I don't care if my name's in it or not.
I never had my name in the paper.
You will. I can see it now. Chip Lowell elected 50th U.S. president.
Would you mind if it said, Chip Lowell, elected 50th U.S. president, and now engaged to Christy Brinkley?
That's Lou.
Thanks, Lou.
Maybe I should start a paper route. Hey, Slugger.
Hey, Lou.
Cup of coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
Right, bad for your heart.
Why do you drink it then?
Lou doesn't have a heart.
What's the matter, Kate?
I can't find Daryl Everly's column in here anywhere.
Good. Ain't he the one who said your food was lousy?
Yeah, but he changed his mind, and his column is usually in the food section, but... Oh, my God.
What? What happened?
This is terrible. This is awful.
What, another picture of Mayor Koch?
Daryl Everly, renowned food critic from the New York Telegraph, died late last night. Obituary in Monday's column.
You're kidding.
How could he do this to me?
And I got no heart?
Somewhere in his office is a good review of our food. Could be the last review he ever wrote. It's a classic. We'll be famous.
Only if they print it, Kate.
They will, Chip. Trust me. I really appreciate this, Agnes. I really do. I know how upset you must be about poor Mr. Everly.
If I were upset, I wouldn't be here. He was a bat.
A bat?
A bat and a Scrooge. I worked for him for 15 years, and he never gave me a present, birthday, Christmas, or otherwise. And he was worse than a Scrooge. He was a Scrooge with indigestion.
He had a bad stomach?
Always. Either from bad food or from overeating good food. If he didn't burp every 5 minutes, I'd run in to see if he was still alive.
What did he die from?
Probably some bat disease. He evidently came back here after Chez Raoul last night, typed his review of the food and his retraction of his column on your food, flew home, and died. This is the retraction.
Thank you. Oh, wow, this is so great. Do you think they'll print this?
Oh, it's up to the feature editor to decide, but I called him.
Thanks.
What's this all about, Agnes?
Well, Ebenezer wrote a retraction of a pan of her company, and he left it on his desk last night. She wants it printed.
I'm Kate McCardle. This is the retraction.
Hello, Miss McCardle.
Isn't it wonderful? I can't wait to read it in your fine paper.
Is this all Daryl left?
He also wrote a review of his dinner at Chez Raoul's, the French joint.
Let's see. All right.
Yes?
Sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. Do something that you won't be sorry for. Print that.
Well, this retraction is too trivial to print at this time. I'm sorry.
But this could help.
I'm sorry.
Do you think I could have it?
Let's see, why not? Here.
Thank you. Do you have a copy of it? You know, in case you change your mind.
Yes.
Great. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Boy, this is so great. It's so beautifully written, really. Hi.
Hi.
You want to read something great?
Oh, this is a great retraction, Kate.
Isn't it? So, are you proud of your mother and me?
Sure.
Proud enough to call 8 million people in the city and read it to them over the phone?
They won't print it, huh?
No. I even thought of taking out a full-page ad in the paper and printing it myself.
Hey, that's a good idea. Oh, but I bet a full-page ad's pretty expensive, huh?
$26,000.
Ah, go for it.
Yeah.
That's so unfair. But did you try any other papers?
Yeah, they're all the same.
You know, Kate, why don't you just, write a letter to the editor quoting the retraction word for word? I mean, that way you'll get all the information into the paper and it won't cost you a penny.
Now you know why I agreed with your mother that you should go to college. You're a genius.
Yeah, I'm majoring in that. There, that's it.
Oh, great. Dear sir, only hours before Daryl Everly passed away, he typed the following retraction of his review of Kate and Allie Caterers. This afternoon, a lunatic brunette burst into my office. Did you have to include that part?
Well, we can't tamper with any part of it or else they'll think that we tampered with the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So I finished writing up the retraction and then I wrote up that summary.
Okay. And so Mrs. Barsky and I feel that it would be an injustice, not only to us, but to the memory of Daryl Everly, this is great, not to print what, in fact, were his final thoughts. Yours truly, give me the pen, Kate McCardle. Great. I'm gonna mail this, boy. Are we ever good writers?
You sure you don't need my help with the Gormans?
Oh, no, Chip. You go to the game. Jenny's coming over. If I need any help, she'll be here.
Okay. Kate?
Yeah, Chip?
Mom forgot to leave me money. You see, after the game, I usually go to this Chinese restaurant and then to the movies and I buy candy and stuff.
How much?
$15.
How much?
11.
You were lying before?
Not to you. It's $15 if I have to pay the usual $7 for a movie ticket. But if I say I'm under 12, then the ticket's only $3. If you want me to lie, just give me 11.
Don't lie.
Thanks, Kate.
Have fun. Welcome.
Hello. Are you Kate or Allie?
Oh, I'm Kate. You must be Mrs. Gorman.
Yes.
And Mr. and Janine, the bride-to-be. Thank God.
Oh, listen, congratulations. Come on in, sit down at the table.
Thank you so much for letting us sample your hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, it's not a problem. Here they are. Chicken wings and the meatballs and the quiches.
Very nice.
They just came out of the microwave. You're right on time.
Everything smells so wonderful. Kate!
What's the matter?
Did you mail that letter?
Yeah, last night you saw me.
Shoot, I was hoping you'd go to the mailbox and forget to mail it.
Why? It was a wonderful letter.
Yeah, it said Everly died the day he ate your food.
Right?
You didn't see today's paper.
No.
Daryl Everly dies of food poisoning.
Oh, my God. Yo, hold that. Wait a minute. Sorry.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
What are you doing?
Well, I just remembered these are the Schwartz's hors d'oeuvres. Yours aren't defrosted yet. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
But won't these be the same as we get?
No.
Well, I'm not sure that we can come back tomorrow.
Well, if you taste these, you definitely won't be back tomorrow. Agnes! Oh, I'm so glad I found you. You've got to help me.
What's wrong now?
Last night, I mailed a letter to the editor telling him that Everly tasted our hors d'oeuvres the day he died of food poisoning.
You killed him?
No, Agnes, it was a coincidence.
So what do you want from me?
Well, I was hoping you'd help me find the letter before the editor reads it and possibly prints it.
Your life is a mess, isn't it?
Yes, Agnes, it is. Please?
Well, let's go down to the mailroom and get it before Erwin and his little people distribute it.
Agnes, you're terrific.
Erwin!
Hello, we're here. Oh, hi, Jenny. No, I don't think your mom is home yet. Terrible, it went awful. They couldn't find my letter in the mailroom. I don't know what else to do. It doesn't matter anyway. Your mom will be home in 5 minutes, and I'll be dead in 10. Okay, honey. Thanks, sweetheart. Bye.
May I help you?
Most likely.
Yes,
You must be Allie.
that's correct.
Well, how do you do? I'm Agnes Hobart, Daryl Everly's ex-secretary. Well, actually, he's more my ex-boss than I'm his ex-secretary since he's the one that left.
Daryl Everly, the food critic?
The ex-food critic.
He quit?
Everything. He died.
I didn't know.
You've been away?
Yes.
Your partner told you she thought your meatballs killed him, right?
Why don't you come in, Miss...
It's Mrs., but Mr. has another Mrs., so if you know a good-looking 60-year-old, don't hold back.
Suppose you tell me about my meatballs and Mr. Everly.
Well, you're aware of the retraction, the review, this letter? You don't know a hell of a lot, do you?
I told you I was away.
Well, to make a long story short, Everly panned your party at the Sumi Numi Bank. Your partner brought him your meatballs to taste. He loved them, wrote a column about them, and then apparently died of food poisoning before it was printed.
Apparently?
They just found out it wasn't food poisoning. It was an allergic reaction to something he ate at Chez Raoul. Well, I found her letter, and I suppose she wants to have it printed now. You don't know?
No.
And you have no idea what's in it?
No.
Were you away or in a coma?
My partner doesn't tell me everything. Why don't I give this to her and let her decide?
Fine.
And thank you, Mrs.
Agnes. And, he can be 65, too.
Well, I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah, 66, 67 is fine. 70.
What?
Hi, Allie.
Hi, Kate.
So, did you have a good time?
Great. How are the kids?
Oh, they're great. Chip's at the movies.
Good. So, how was it while I was gone?
Great. Fine. Perfect.
Anything special happen?
Special? No. Like what?
Oh, anybody call? Drop by? Drop dead? What? I'm just kidding. Oh, you know those meatballs I made for the Gormans?
What about them?
Well, you know those little ant traps with the ant poison in them that we keep up in the cupboard?
Yeah?
Well, I was making the meatballs and one of the ant traps fell in. Well, I got it out really quickly. I don't think any poison got in, but did the Gormans say anything?
Oh, Allie.
What?
Oh, Allie.
What?
We killed Daryl Everly.
The food critic? What are you talking about?
I fed him your poisoned meatballs.
Oh, hey. Kate, you know, we're friends and all of that, but I was in Washington. I have witnesses.
Allie, what are you saying?
Well, you could plead temporary stupidity for making me make the sushi, and they might take down off your soapbox.
An acre and a half.
$4.5 million. Haven't got it.
Half an acre.
What do I look like, Donald Trump?
A blade of grass. Swathed in satin. The gold chain on her ankle glittered and drew his eye from the pool of blood on the carpet. Wow.
She did it.
How do you know?
The anklet's a dead giveaway. Nice girls don't wear jewelry below the waist.
It's a wonder that Jenny turned out as normally as she did.
Oh, that's Lou. Bob and Chip invited him over to watch the game.
Hello, old gorgeous one, for whom I'd shave my eyeballs if that were thy wish.
Hi, Lou.
For that I get high Lou, that must be some book.
Detective story.
Oh, really? I like those. What's the scam?
Listen to this. He felt her hot breath on his neck as he bent down to examine the corpse.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, keep going.
You've got to help me, she begged. Malone is trying to frame me.
Come on, go on, go on.
I'm not going to read you the whole book, Lou.
You know, you women are all alike. You give a guy a little taste, and as soon as his curiosity's aroused, bada beep, you shut the book on him.
I'll loan it to you when I'm through, okay?
Nah, forget it. Just let me know when the movie comes out.
You ought to try reading, Lou. You might like it.
Hey, I know how to read. I went to school, okay? What's it to you anyway?
Nothing. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean anything by it.
Hey, Lou, ready for the game?
Yeah, hey, bet.
Hey, Mom, we need some snacks.
I bet I know what goes great with baseball.
Apple pie.
Beef Wellington.
Oh, Mom, not again.
I think beef Wellington goes with hockey.
That's all I've got.
And she makes beef Wellington a lot?
3 times a day for the last week.
Oh, but it's not just any beef Wellington. It's Allie Barsky's individually wrapped beef Wellington made with Cousin Cabot's dough in a tube. Another one of those fabled fine and flaky products.
Speaking of flaky, what's with her?
Cousin Cabot is sponsoring a cook-off, and Allie made the finals.
If I win, I get my recipe printed in Cousin Cabot's country cookbook.
Congratulations.
Game starting, you guys.
Hey, come on, go Yanks.
Did you notice how defensive Lou got when I was teasing him about reading?
Yeah, I nearly bit your head off.
What, do you think I hit a sore spot?
Nah, I've seen him with Penthouse magazine. He must be able to read.
Boy, that Wellington looks great.
Better. It took all day to make.
Well, why don't you try and impress these doughboys with something simpler?
Like what?
Well, you could take some of that dough and wrap it around a hot dog and call it Cousin Cabot's Pigs in a Puff.
That smells so good. You mind my asking what it is?
Cousin Cabot's dough in a tube, beef Wellington.
Uh-huh.
And yours?
Cousin Cabot's croissant dogs. They're hot dogs rolled up in dough. My family just loves them.
You're kidding.
They happen to make a very fine and flaky snack.
Oh, I'm sure they do. It's just that my roommate suggested that I make them, and she called them pigs in a puff.
Pigs in a puff. Well, that's a really cute name, but I'm sure it's not the same thing at all. For example, does she put cheese whiz between her dogs and her dough?
No, she didn't think of that.
Well, there you are. My, that smells good. You mind telling me what that is?
Hi, how you doing? I am Kevin Cross, Cousin Cabot's creative consultant, and you are?
Allie Barsky, Cousin Cabot's compliant contestant.
Cute. Let's see. Barsky right here at the top of the list.
Are you one of the judges?
No, I'm putting the cookbook together. I'm just here to match names with recipes. Yours is called?
Cousin Cabot's Beef Wellington.
Very creative. You wouldn't believe some of the culinary catastrophes these contestants come up with. Try top that.
Okay. Are you claiming their creative concoctions don't constantly command compliments?
Clever.
It's a curse.
You've got a good eye, too. I really like the way you styled this plate. Size is right, the color is good, it's a perfect composition.
Thank you.
Are you an artist by any chance?
Does an art history major count?
Not for much. That's how I ended up as Cousin Cabot's creative consultant.
That's why I'm a caterer.
Ah, so you're an artist with food. I'll bet you throw a beautiful buffet.
Well, I hate to boast, but I do my best.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't have time to do bees with you. I gotta match up the rest of these names. But it was fun meeting you.
Well, you too.
Good luck. Hi, I'm Kevin Cross, and what is your recipe called?
Cousin Cabot's Pigs in a Puff.
Wait a minute. All right, who is it?
Man of your dreams.
Oh, if that were true, I would be afraid to go to bed at night. What are you here for, Lou?
I left my lucky Yanks cap over here last night.
Oh, right, there it is.
Hey, what's with the PJs?
Oh, it's this book. Right after breakfast, I started reading it, and I haven't been able to put it down. The dick just got sapped, and the dame's on the lamb.
Ooh, sounds like it's turning out hot. Why don't you read me some more?
I told you I'd give it to you as soon as I'm through.
Come on, just read to me till, like, somebody gets ice or the dick and a dame at the sack.
Okay. The blood on her hands was as red as her lips.
So you never catch a woman like that wearing flannel.
Shh, quiet. Suddenly, he was... I don't know that word. Do you know it?
No, that is a tough one. Just skip it. Go on.
I have a better idea. My eyes are tired. Why don't you read it to me?
Oh, hey, sorry. Listen, I just thought of something I gotta do. I'll see you later.
You don't know how to read, do you, Lou?
What are you talking about?
You don't have to be defensive. That's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Look, if you're thinking I don't know how to read, you're nuts. That book's just got a lot of tough words in it like that other one.
Seized. The word was seized.
You knew it?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to find out whether you did.
I bet you feel pretty good now, huh? I mean, probably real superior.
I didn't do that to feel superior. I would genuinely like to help you.
I don't need any help, all right? I get by just fine. I do my job.
Well, how do you? I mean, don't you have to read notes from tenants? What about instructions how to fix things?
Yeah, well, if I can't figure it out, I can always trick some smart mouth like you into reading it for me.
Well, that just goes to show you that you are smart enough to learn to read yourself.
Look, I don't want to learn how to read, all right? You got it? So mind your own damn business.
Good going, McCardle.
You know, Kate, if you were a guy, I would have decked you.
You could learn to read, Lou.
Nah, it's too late.
It's not too late. You know, there's nothing stupid about not knowing how to read. The only stupid thing is not wanting to learn.
So you think you could teach me?
I'd like to try.
Okay.
Geekbait. All right, 95 points.
Geek bait? What is that?
It's what you call a guy who's a geek bait.
It's one step worse than being a geek.
I was worried about Lou's vocabulary.
Who really can't read?
I guess he dropped out of school when he was really young. He knows the alphabet and some words enough to get by, but he can't read a book all by himself.
So weird.
Yeah, I went to a bookstore and got him a bunch of books to get started. We're gonna have our first lesson tomorrow. There we go, all done. I win the game.
Acknard?
What's that?
That's one step worse than a geek bait.
She must take us for a couple of Acknards if she thinks we're gonna let her get away with that.
You want to challenge it?
Hi, guess what?
You won the contest,
All right.
That's great, honey.
Well, I didn't win. I lost out to Pig in a Puff.
What?
So why all the excitement?
I did better than win. I got a job.
Got a job?
Well, consider it part of the business. I mean, the pay is great, and it's part-time, only for a month or so.
What are you gonna be doing?
I am going to be making all of the food that they photographed for Cousin Kevin's country cookbook. I'm going to be published.
It's great, Mom. Your turn, Bob.
Hey, Chip, this is big stuff. So what do you say we celebrate?
Oh, thanks, honey, but I'm exhausted. I was thinking more in the lines of takeout.
You got it. What do you want me to pick up?
Mushu anything.
Come on, Chip.
Me? See you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
So who gave you the job?
Oh, his name is Kevin Cross. He's cute, he's smart, he's funny, he's handsome.
Oh, just my type.
Not really.
Really? Which one of those things don't I like?
Oh, no, you'd like him, but he's more my type than he is yours.
Really?
Yeah, well, anyway, I think he really liked the way that I prepared my entree, and I think he felt sorry for me because I didn't win the contest, and he came over afterwards and offered me this job.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. I'm really excited. Acknard? Anyway, he took me to a coffee shop afterwards, you know, to talk about my salary and everything. It's just that he's so
cute.
Yeah.
Allie, are you getting a crush on this guy?
Don't be ridiculous, Kate. I'm a married woman.
Married, not dead.
Just because I meet a cute guy does not mean I have a crush.
Well, I've counted 3 cutes in the last minute.
Please.
All right, let's put it this way. If Bob didn't exist and you were marooned on a desert island with Kevin,
I might let him take me to dinner. But Bob does exist.
does Kevin know that Bob exists?
Well, the subject never came up, but I am wearing my Took it off this morning when I was up to my wrists in Wellington.
Uh-oh.
Don't be ridiculous. I'll go get my ring.
I am so excited that you asked me to help you learn to read. This is going to be great.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Well, what's this?
This is the book that we're going to start with.
Oh, yeah? Who's the redneck on the cover?
He's not a redneck. That's Farmer Fred.
Are you kidding me?
Well, Lou, you didn't expect to start with Shakespeare, did you?
This is a baby book.
This is not a baby book. Farmer Fred's Farm. It's a classic in children's literature.
Yeah, do I look like a child to you?
I'll make you a deal. We'll start with this one. If it's too easy, then we'll move on to something else, okay? Come on, let's go.
Farmer Fred's Farm.
There you go.
How am I doing so far?
Very good. You're already on page 2. Now start reading.
Farmer Fred lives.
Farmer Fred lives.
Farmer Fred lives on a farm.
Right. Great.
E-I-E-I-O.
Go on reading.
His farm is big.
Enough.
What?
See the GH at the end of that word? That's pronounced like an F.
If they want it to sound like an F, why don't they put an F there?
Well, usually they do, but the word enough is an exception. You'll get used to it. Go on.
His farm is big enough.
Kate, I'm going over to Eddie's. Oh, hi, Lou. How's it going?
Hey, terrific, kid.
Farmer Fred's Farm. I read that.
Don't be gone too long, okay? Go on reading. Take up where you left off.
Okay, yeah, where was I? Farmer Fred watched as the sexy milkmaid bent over to straighten the seam in her stock.
Wow, must be a different Farmer Fred. See you guys later.
Lou.
Come on, Kate, look. You know, this is not for me, okay? Tell you the truth, I had enough of
You're
this.
doing great. You don't have to be embarrassed.
Look, I made a mistake, all right? This reading stuff is not for me.
You didn't even give Farmer Fred a chance.
I don't care if Farmer Fred gets run over by Tommy Tractor, okay?
Morning.
Oh, hi.
How are things in Cousin Cabot's country kitchen?
Fine and flaky so far.
Ready for curds and a crust?
Ready? Make sure that the mint sprigs stay centered.
I will.
Mind if I have a date?
Oh, Kevin, I don't date. Okay, the next time I open my mouth, stuff a big wad of dough in it, okay?
It was an easy mistake. So, why don't you date?
It annoys my husband.
You're married.
Yes, and I didn't mean to insinuate that you would want to go out with me.
No, hey, it's okay. I did want to go out with you. I was planning to ask you out to lunch today.
You were?
Yeah. I'm glad you made a fool out of yourself before I did.
Thank you.
So, what do you say? There's a great Thai place right around the corner. Nothing comes in a crust.
You still want to have lunch?
Well, I still have to eat, and now that it's not a date, I don't even have to pick up the check.
Morning.
Morning. You want some coffee?
Have they invented anything that wakes you up without caffeine or tastes like chocolate without the calories?
Gee, I don't think so.
Well, then, coffee it is. Where's Bob?
Oh, he's on his way back to Washington.
Oh. You don't happen to know if he took my book with him, do you?
If he did, no stewardess is safe.
What does that mean?
Well, it's just that he was reading the book when I got home last night, and it put him in an amorous mood.
Oh, lucky you. So, how's that job going?
Oh, you can stop using that tone of voice. Kevin knows I'm married, and he's been a perfect gentleman about it. He even took me out to lunch.
Oh, long lunch?
Well, it wasn't supposed to be, but we got to laughing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, all right. I admit that there is an attraction there, but I'm not going to do anything that is going to jeopardize my relationship with Bob. So why am I feeling guilty?
You shouldn't. I'm just teasing you.
I know I shouldn't, so why do I?
You do?
Uh-huh.
You haven't said anything or done anything that gives him any indication that you're not happily married, have you?
Nothing, I swear.
Well, you'd never ever cheat on Bob.
Not even if Paul Newman came in here wearing the jeans he wore in HUD and ripped open his shirt and sang Misty for me.
Misty?
Well, if they'd never recorded that song, Chip might never have been born.
The point is, since you'd never cheat on Bob, no matter how much of a spark there is between you and this guy, you have absolutely nothing to feel guilty about.
Morning. Oh, hi, honey. Listen, I've got to go, but there's toast and juice and tons of fresh fruit in the fridge.
Okay, have a good day.
Thanks, honey. Bye, Kate.
Bye, Allie. This is what you're reading in school? The Silver Surfer?
Yeah, the Silver Surfer is really cool. Been reading those comics since I was a kid. Oh, how'd it go with Lou yesterday?
Oh, he hated Farmer Fred's guts.
Those books are pretty boring.
Well, you gotta start somewhere. He ought to be grateful that I didn't start him with C-Spot Run.
Why don't you just let Lou read comics? I did learn a lot more from the Silver Surfer than I ever did from Farmer Fred.
Yeah, but that... Do you know something, Chip? You're a genius. And to think that you were just one song away from never being born.
Hey, gorgeous. I got the proof sheets. They turned out great.
These are the pictures that we took yesterday?
Miniature versions, yeah. What do you think?
Well, it's hard to tell. They're so small.
No, look closer. They're terrific. See curds in a crust?
Oh, yeah. But you can hardly see any detail.
Sure you can. See the gingerbread man and woman? There's chemistry between them.
Chemistry?
Sure. See that come hither look in her icing?
You're crazy. Oh, but the pork tarts look good. Well, as good as pork tarts can look.
You smell good.
Baking powder.
Cousin Cabot's cologne.
Kevin, are these pictures of me?
Yeah, I had John snap a couple while you weren't looking. I thought you might want a memento.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Oh, look at
this
that one. And so I quit.
First you tell me that you're guilty about something that you haven't done, and then you tell me that you quit your job because your hands touched?
It was more than that.
More than your hands touched?
Well, it was the way I felt when I was next to him. Warning bells were going off in my head. And it's noisy enough in there already.
Do you really think that something would have happened if you had stayed?
No. But if you care enough about your relationship, you won't do anything to tempt fate. What you do is you get a new copy of Misty, and then you take the first shuttle to Washington in the morning.
Smart girl. Oh, Allie, would you mind leaving us alone in the living room for a minute?
Who's that?
That's Lou. I'll tell you the whole story later. Hi, Lou.
Hey, you said something was broken up here?
Oh, yeah, that was just a lie to get you to come up.
If this is about Farmer Fred, forget it.
I want to apologize for that. That was so stupid of me to think that you'd be interested in reading a children's book.
I don't want to read any book, period.
I don't blame you.
No?
No, I mean, why should you be interested if her eyes were black as gunpowder as she aimed the .38?
I know what you're trying to do, but it's not going to work.
Any last requests, she purred?
I'm leaving now.
And as if reading his mind, she turned toward him, wet her soft, sensuous lips, and carefully, but deliberately, began unbuttoning her blouse. Slowly, one pearl button at a time. You want to take it from there?
He admired her supple. Don't tell me. Her supple thighs?
Thighs.
I thought you said GH was like an F.
Yeah, but in this case, it's silent.
Paying us $20 an hour to walk her.
$20 to walk their dog? Isn't it?
The roast is roasting, the wine is chilling. What have I forgotten? Where have you been?
You sent me out for fresh oregano, remember?
We've got oregano right here.
Ah, yes, but dried seasonings are not good enough for Malcolm.
The recipe just happens to call for fresh.
Yeah. Why can't you admit that you're just trying to impress your old boyfriend?
Well, I guess I am trying to impress him a little.
So we'll know what a good catch he missed out on?
Hey, Malcolm's not such a bad catch himself. I mean, he does have a play opening off Broadway.
Can you imagine what a thrill that must be?
Especially for a guy from Ohio.
I'm sure his play is going to be terrific.
Well, of course, or else they wouldn't produce it. Hey, did he tell you what it's about?
No, he didn't tell me, but I'm sure it's going to be great. Malcolm is a talented, sensitive writer with a great sense of humor and the sweetest smile.
Don't let Bob hear you talking like that.
Don't be ridiculous. It's not as if there was ever anything romantic between us.
Gee, that's not the version I remember. I remember the uncut R-rated version 3 years ago when you...
I like to forget that version.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, sweetheart.
So, is he here yet?
Not yet. You're not nervous about meeting him, are you, Bob?
Of course not. I mean, we're both adults, so he dated Allie a couple of times. What's the big deal?
A couple of times?
Well, that's all there was, wasn't it?
Well, Bob, I mean, he was my professor. I did have to see him every day in class.
Don't worry, Bob. You are much cooler than Malcolm.
Oh, thanks a lot, pal.
Although he did let us play baseball in the house.
What's that supposed to mean? Sounds like he was living with you.
No, he just came over a couple of times.
A couple, huh?
Would somebody take out the garbage?
Oh, sure, I'll do it.
Oh, thanks.
My boyfriend's back and there's gonna be trouble.
Don't you have something teenage to do?
Well, if I personally had any money, I could take Chip to the movies, get a pizza.
Here.
Then there's popcorn, drinks, cab fare.
Here. Take a Subway.
Thanks, Mom. You're terrific.
Yeah, you're the best.
You guys are so loving after you've been paid.
Ding dong.
Hi, Malcolm.
Hey, Chip, how are you? Look how tall you are. Jenny, wow. You are as beautiful as your mother.
Thanks. Hey, congratulations on your play. I can't wait to see it.
Oh, get your tickets.
Great, thanks.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Hi, Malcolm.
Kate, hi. How are you?
Let me take your coat, please.
Allie,
Hi.
it has been a long time.
Oh, yes, a long time. Ages, in fact. Oh, thanks. Oh, Malcolm, I'd like you to meet my husband, Bob Barsky. Bob, Malcolm.
Hi, nice to meet you.
No, you too.
Let me put that flour in some water.
Oh, you haven't changed a bit.
Well, you've changed a lot.
Really?
The last time I saw you, you were lecturing on Longfellow. Now you're a playwright.
How about that?
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
So, you were Al's professor, huh? What kind of student was she?
Oh, the best. You can't tell Allie anything about poetry.
You can tell me anything about poetry. Sports is my line. Baseball, basketball, football.
Oh, you never used to care for sports.
I still don't. But Bob makes them interesting.
Who cares about sports or poetry? We want to hear about the play. What's it called?
Parting glances.
Parting glances. I like that.
You do? Well, I hope a lot of other people do. And I am going to be a nervous wreck till opening night.
Hey, well, I know just how you feel. I mean, I was a nervous wreck the first time I went on the air. I'm a sportscaster.
Allie told me.
Television.
I told him. Stuffed grape leaf?
I can't believe you remember it.
Yes, I did. So tell me, what's the play about?
Oh, I'd rather let that be a surprise. Suffice to say, no man is an island entire of itself. You know, it would be wonderful if you could all join me on opening night.
Aren't the tickets all sold out?
Well, none of you happen to know the playwright. Please come.
Oh, we'd love to.
Yeah? Kate?
Oh, I'd love to. I'd have to cancel my date with Warren Beatty, but I'm sure he'll understand.
Would he also understand if you joined me tomorrow afternoon? They're throwing a little reception for me at the theater, and if you came, I'd know at least one person.
Oh, that'd be great. It's just that Allie and I have a whole lot of work to do tomorrow, so I wouldn't be able to. Thanks.
Sure. Allie, dinner was fantastic, as always. So I'll see you all tomorrow night at the opening.
Good night, Malcolm.
Good night. Bob, it was nice to meet you.
Yes.
I'll walk you to the elevator. Here's your coats.
Well, success hasn't gone to his head. You don't like him.
Oh, he's a nice enough guy. If you like the flowers and poetry type.
You're jealous. Bob, we're just friends. I have no romantic feelings towards him whatsoever.
I am not jealous.
Yes, you are. Oh, but it's okay. I love it.
You love me?
Of course I love you.
Even though the only poem I know is Casey at the Bat?
You forget. Malcolm is the one who struck out.
I'm going to bed.
I'll be in a minute.
Oh, isn't that opening tomorrow night going to be exciting? Where's Bob?
Oh, he went to bed.
He was getting kind of jealous.
I know, isn't it great? He's crazy about me.
He's not the only one.
Malcolm?
Yeah, I think he's still got it pretty bad for you.
Really?
Oh, come on. Smugness does not become you. So what was it like seeing him again?
Well, at first I was really self-conscious, you know, because of Bob, but then I know I'm despicable for feeling this, but I kind of like it that he still has a crush on me.
You're right, that's despicable. I would have felt exactly the same way.
Why aren't you going out with him tomorrow?
What? And defy the girl code?
Girl code?
Subsection C, paragraph 11 of the Girl Code specifically states that a woman cannot date the ex-boyfriend of her best friend, even if the aforementioned best friend is deliriously happily married.
First off, we're no longer girls. Secondly, I don't think he meant it as a date. I think his head is spinning from all of the excitement that's going on. I think he needs a pal. Go out with him. I don't mind.
Really? Would be kind of fun to hang out with a theater crowd. I'll leave a message at his hotel.
And thirdly, he likes me the best. Isn't this exciting?
Seats are cramped.
It's off Broadway.
Telling me. Surprised we didn't have to show our passports.
Just think, if it's successful, they'll take it to Broadway.
If it's successful.
Hi, guys.
Kate, where have you been all day?
I had lunch with Malcolm, remember?
Lunch? It's 8 o'clock.
Well, you know what a fascinating conversationalist he is.
He's also quite the gourmet. He took me to this tiny little Middle Eastern restaurant down in the village.
The one that's so small it's like being in an alley?
That's the place.
He took me there.
Oh.
Probably gets a discount for bringing in new customers.
It was fun going to a new exotic place. Most guys think you should be happy with a cheeseburger. What'd you guys do all day?
Oh, we hung around the house in sweatpants, and then Bob took me out to dinner.
Cheeseburgers, okay? We had cheeseburgers.
Sorry, Bob.
Honey, I love a good cheeseburger.
Try not to patronize me.
How was the reception?
It was fantastic. I met so many famous playwrights. You know, a lot of them got their start right in this theater. Wouldn't it be fantastic if someday Malcolm was a famous playwright?
Imagine knowing a successful playwright.
Swell.
Oh, it's starting.
I have such butterflies. Imagine how Malcolm must be feeling right this minute.
Hope he breaks a leg. That's showbiz talk.
I love you. You love me. Let's get married.
I don't know if what I feel is love for you or the need to feel something again. Oh, Alan, I've got to do this my way.
Please don't quote Sinatra to me again.
Oh, my God.
This is about you, isn't it?
Shh. So you just want me to get on that plane and forget you?
We need time. I'll visit you. You'll visit me.
I don't want to visit you. I want to live with you, be a part of you, see you, smell you, taste you.
He never said that, I swear.
I don't know, Alan. I hate to rush into anything.
I thought you said you dated this guy a couple of times and then broke up with him. I guess the marriage proposal just slipped your mind.
It was a spur-of-the-moment thing. He didn't mean it. It's not as if I said yes.
Okay, I've thought about it. Maybe we should get married.
Oh, yeah?
Allie's telling you the truth. She never said that.
And I don't think this is the right time to be talking about it.
This is the perfect time to be talking about it.
Look, Mac, why don't you talk about it during the intermission? It's hard to follow two plays at the same time.
Flight 14 to Columbus, now departing gate 17.
There's my plane. Kiss me goodbye.
Goodbye, Alan. Oh, don't muss my hair.
That was fantastic. Malcolm is so talented.
He's also got a lot of nerve.
You should be flattered. All great writers take their inspiration from real life. What do you think, Bob?
I think he's on the first bus back to Ohio, and I'd be glad to buy him a ticket.
It was awful. You hated it.
Well, to tell you the truth.
Actually, we really loved it, didn't we, Allie?
Well,
I know the actress playing you wasn't that good. It was an impossible part to cast. You're one of a kind.
It was good, Malcolm. It was really good.
Thanks. Listen, a bunch of us are going to go to Sardi's and wait for the reviews. You want to come along?
Oh, for Chip's Home Alone, we can't.
Oh, sure, yeah, I understand. What about you, beautiful? Can you join me, or does Chip need you to?
I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, great, thanks. We'll see you two later, unless, of course, the reviews are bad.
Oh, they'll be fabulous.
Promise?
Absolutely.
Well, if I have your shoulder to cry on, it won't be too bad.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bob, we've got to talk. I know that it bothers you that I cared for Malcolm a bit, but it's...
No, it doesn't bother me. It's fine.
You wanted to punch him.
That was before.
Before, that was 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, before I noticed that he was interested in Kate.
He's interested in Kate?
Oh, yeah, it's written all over his face.
Is he? Well, good. Where have you been?
Boy, you're beginning to sound like my mother.
Why are you carrying your stockings?
Oh, now you're really beginning to sound like my mother.
Okay, I won't say another word. Did you get a double run?
I went waiting in the Plaza Fountain.
What for? Malcolm needs spare change for a cab?
No, we were celebrating his fantastic reviews. Look at these.
Fantastic reviews, Malcolm?
Yeah. Parting Glances, refreshingly offbeat romance.
Parting Glances, new playwright's impressive debut.
The hero, a wildly romantic iconoclast, is foiled at every turn by his stuffy and conventional love interest. Stuffy and conventional? The Daily News is calling me stuffy and conventional.
It wasn't really you, Allie. He just took poetic license.
He should have his license revoked.
Hi, Mom. I'm home.
Where's Malcolm?
Oh, he dropped me off on his way to the theater. He had to smooth out some lines before curtain tonight.
How was the interview?
Oh, gosh, Malcolm's grace under pressure. Witty, sophisticated, urbane.
What's urbane?
Not someone from Ohio.
Don't be a snob.
Sorry.
So what did you and Mr. Urbane do after the interview?
We rode the merry-go-round in Central Park, and then we went out for banana splits at Rumpelmeyer's.
Merry-go-round, banana splits. Mom, I can't believe you were ever interested in this guy.
Me either.
Why?
because banana splits and merry-go-rounds are fun stuff.
Thanks a lot.
No, what he means is that it's more of Kate's stuff.
Oh, right. I forgot. I'm so stuffy and conventional, I forgot who the fun one was.
Face it, Mom, you're just not urbane.
Thanks, Mom. See ya.
Where are you going?
To go find a French guy to undo my braid.
Au revoir.
Don't you want to hear more about the interview?
Not particularly.
Come on, you're not stuffy and conventional. The kids were just teasing you.
And Malcolm just happened to write about me that way in his play.
Malcolm adores you.
When does he have the time? He's too busy adoring you.
You're jealous.
Oh, of course I'm not. Okay, I am. Why can't old boyfriends love you forever even though you don't love them? Is that so much to ask?
Of course not. That's why the girl code specifically states that boyfriends, even ex-boyfriends of best friends, shall be treated as eunuchs.
Oh, forget the girl code. It's just that he's a special memory, and it's hard to watch a special memory falling in love with your best friend.
He's not falling in love with me, and I won't see him anymore if it'll make you feel better. He's only going to be in town another week anyway.
Kate, I was wrong. Spend all week with him if you like.
Just like that?
He's really going back to Ohio in a week?
Scout's honor.
I'm positive. Have fun.
Okay. And don't worry, the week will be over before you know it.
Hello, Ellie.
Hi, Malcolm.
Here we go again.
Back to Ohio.
This time I won't ask you to take me to the airport.
I know, Kate will be out in a minute.
Take hands and part with laughter.
Touch lips and part with tears. Swinburne.
Still an A student.
Well, I had a good teacher. You were the best.
Bob's the best too, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
You know, I never thought I'd feel this way, but I think you made the right decision after all. You seem very happy.
I am.
Well, have a good life.
That sounds so final.
Well, who knows when I'll be back in New York again.
Oh, you will. Those vagabond shoes are longing to stray.
Oh, no, not Sinatra again.
If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Dave, help!
I'm ready, guys. Whenever you're ready.
Well,
goodbye, Malcolm.
Goodbye, Ellie.
All set?
Flight 208 from New York.
This has been the greatest 2 weeks of my life.
I'll bet. 1 week you're a lowly poetry professor from Ohio, the next week king of Sardi's.
How about you? Did you have a good 2 weeks?
Are you kidding? When I am 90 years old, sitting in my motorized wheelchair on the porch of the old people's home, I'm going to turn to the woman next to me and I'm going to say, did I ever tell you about the time this glamorous, handsome playwright turned me into Cinderella for 2 weeks?
Glamorous, handsome, really?
Really? And you know what she's going to say? Oh, Kate, come on, of course, but just remember, I dated him first. Naturally. Your leaving makes me feel like Cinderella at the stroke of midnight.
You know where we're sitting?
In an airport bar?
This is where I asked Allie to marry me.
Oh, no, the unlucky booth. Shall we move?
I don't know, maybe it's not so unlucky. Now, if she had said yes, I would have never been inspired to become a playwright. And I love it, Kate.
That's because you're really good at it.
You know what?
What?
I think I love you.
What?
I want you to marry me. Is that crazy?
Yes, it's the curse of this booth.
I mean it.
You couldn't possibly love me, Malcolm. You've only known me for 2 weeks.
Well, if I don't love you, how do you explain this crazy romantic way I feel whenever I'm with you?
Easy, you're a crazy romantic. In the last 2 weeks, you've opened your first play to rave reviews. Are you sure you're not mixing up the way you feel with the way you feel about me?
You're right, Kate. You know, if I had had bad reviews and the play had closed, we probably never would have hit it off.
Oh, if the play had closed, I never would have gone out with you. Listen, you came to New York, you fell in love with Allie. You came back to New York, you fell in love with me. Now, I know we're a couple of hot babes. But did it ever occur to you that possibly you've fallen in love with New York?
Is it the way I dress? Part my hair? I want you to love me, Kate. Tell me what to do. I'll change.
I don't want you to change. You're perfect. I just don't want to marry you. I'm sorry.
Final boarding. Flight 109 now boarding at gate 7.
I can't believe I'm leaving a